Hey everybody, this is Butcher Reviews. This is Satan Robot over here.
What's up?
And I am One Star Boy. We're bringing you our third review of a wonderful movie called The Invisible Man. Just the absolute greatest movie of all time. This is starring Elisabeth Moss. You might know her from Handmaid's Tale. Not typecast, but this is kind of the same kind of role that she plays. She's like a timid but brazen, ready to take on the world but terrified, reconciling those things to fight danger kind of deal.
That sounds accurate. This is Universal's newest reboot in their Dark Universe classic monster reboot films. A notable one would be The Mummy with Tom Cruise, came out a few years ago.
Motherfucker ain't gonna shit on Brendan Fraser though.
Yeah, it fucking sucked apparently. I didn't see it, but I'm not gonna see it because I heard it sucked.
Yeah, I mean,
So
you can't
fuck
beat
that.
the original. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser, his name's Brendan. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah,
like,
that's just facts.
fucking
Man.
sexy
It's
name. I mean, come on.
Oh damn.
But
So this is a suspense movie. You're dropped in right away, which is perfect, right? I don't want to wait. I want to know. I want to feel it. And you're seeing her, Elisabeth Moss. Mm-hmm. Her name is Cecilia. Mm-hmm. She's tiptoeing through this dark mansion, industrial, on a cliff, like real fancy, right?
Yep.
And you're like, man, is she just like trying not to wake up her boyfriend? Like she's trying to take a piss? Like what's going on here?
But we all know they would just wake us up.
Oh, they'd knock shit over.
So
Honey.
she's trying to escape, and she does she does a good job because she escapes.
Fucking ninja.
She's kind of loud.
Yeah, but she was a ninja. Like, do you remember she jumped over a wall?
She was ninja-esque.
Yeah.
But this kind of sets the tone as far as what the movie is going to be doing. Lots of good cinematography. Lots of great audio. And that's kind of needed in this kind of setting of a movie where you're relying on something not being there.
Right. It's the Jaws effect, as you like to put it. So you don't see him, but he's there. Like, you know he's there, and that's what builds the suspense for you.
Very suspenseful movie, and they do a very good job at that.
Yeah, so she escapes this house at the beginning. She makes it out to a main road where she has apparently contacted her sister to pick her up. He gets in the car. She's like, let's go. Sister's like, what? Why do you
I don't understand what you're saying. Her sister's a fucking idiot.
This leads to like one of the best scenes in the movie, though, which is it's the ex-boyfriend, trucking through the woods. His name is Adrian. He's fucking running. He comes up and he just punches through the window, and you're like, okay, this guy's out of his fucking mind.
It sets the stage for the movie. You know, everything kind of, you're aware of what's going to kind of happen. You got an ex-boyfriend. He's a narcissist. He's successful. And he wants to fuck with his ex-girlfriend. And
why?
Wow, this is the invisible fuckboy. He goes way out of his way to fuck with her.
You ask why? Well, they actually do give you his motive, and you're disappointed.
It's a very disappointing motivation, and we'll get to that later.
We will. I think that a large part of that of the movie is taken up with you like learning about the main character. The supporting actors are kind of nobodies. It's a lot of Aussie and Kiwi actors. Mm-hmm. You know, they have to throw shrimp in the bobby, but they're not really. I don't know. They don't matter.
Yeah, nobody really matters except for the main character for the most part. And the acting's great, though. Don't get us wrong. All the actors did a very great job. Unfortunately, though, you don't really just care about anybody else but the main character.
You don't even care about the movie after about the halfway point.
That is very true. So the first half of this movie is spectacular, in my opinion.
Really good. Strong.
The theme of the film is very real, and it kind of touches on the Me Too aspect of culture right now, where you have a woman who's being abused by her ex-boyfriend, and people don't necessarily believe her to the extent that she's willing to...
To be clear, it is psychological abuse.
Yes.
And I think that is like really important because that is something that is faced by a lot of women.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of women, unfortunately, can relate to the themes in this movie. And as I said, Invisible Fuckboy would be another great title for this movie.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The film kind of peaks about halfway through, like I said, with maybe the best scene. I would say it's probably the best
scene.
We were all sitting in the theater, jaws dropped, like, what the fuck?
And that's kind of its downfall, is that it doesn't quite top the halfway point ever again.
Yeah.
And
try harder!
On top of that, it becomes an unpredictable movie becomes completely predictable.
Yeah.
Completely predictable. You know exactly what's coming from a mile away, and it just kind of disappoints after that point.
Yeah. I think part of the problem, too, is we don't get a deeper immersion into the Invisible Man himself, which this is a victim-centric film. This is not a villain-focused film. However, you need a little bit of that. You know, I want him to come over and be like, no, I see you. You know,
yeah,
like,
so
is someone there? You know, like, you don't get any of that.
Hollow Man, obviously, another invisible dude, film. One of the things they should have taken from that movie is how much fun they had with the themes of what would you do if you're invisible.
Make sure you drop a comment and tell us what you would do.
Yes, I can't mention what I would do on camera. Can you?
I just cake or something.
Eat some cake invisible? Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever rocks your socks. But unfortunately, it's just not really a fun film. And it's not necessarily supposed to be a fun film because obviously it's a horror suspense movie, but they should have given us a little bit more point of view from the Invisible Man. And I think that honestly could have really helped the movie if they would have done that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it did miss the mark after the halfway point because you just couldn't hit another high point. I mean, everything after that was really predictable and disappointing, and
the climax even. Yeah,
I mean, at the very end, you're just kind of like, oh, all right,
saw that coming.
Who knew that was going to happen? So all in all, I think it was a good movie. The cinematography for me saved it. So for me, my rating is really a 6.5 bloodsheds, and that's because cinematography.
Yeah,
this is lower than what most critics have, but I don't think that's a bad. I think 6.5 is a good modest rating.
We're also the best critics, if I'm correct.
That's true. Yeah. So we are recommending you go see it in theaters.
Yeah, I would give it 6 bloodsheds out of 10. It made me jump a couple times. It has some of those cheap scares, and I think it works perfectly for this type of movie.
While some of that scripting did fail, I think it was bolstered by the fact that it was written and directed by Lee Wanell, who has done a lot of writing for Saw, and he did the Insidious trilogy. So, like, it wasn't an amateur movie.
No, and it didn't feel like an amateur movie on any level. It simply had the downfall of being predictable after the first half, and just kind of not being able to suspend your belief of, suspend your belief. Is it belief or disbelief? Disbelief for the motivations behind the Invisible Man, the extent that he was willing to go for this woman, and I'm just gonna say it. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't think anyone would have done that.
We didn't even get one ghost fart. You know what I mean? That gave me some.
So overall, I'd recommend seeing it.
Yeah, check it out. Cinematography, sound, visuals, everything was really good up through that halfway point. I think it makes it worth it.
Yeah, and you're going to want to see this in theaters opposed to at home because I'm assuming your home system's not as good as a theater.
Yeah.
So enjoy the theater aspect because of the cinematography and audio. But overall, it was a little underwhelming.
Yeah, again, this is Butcher Reviews. Thanks for stopping by for our third review. Like, comment, and subscribe. I am One Star Boy.
This is Satan Roba on Instagram.
We'll catch you later, y'all.
Peace. All right, I went invisible just for this one fucking scene, so you better fucking like and comment and sub to our channel, or else I'm going to give you corona because I'm invisible and I could do crazy shit.